Yeah, Rave's got you.
I got that one stock just because of awareness. Awareness really got me that first stock.
Yeah, first stock, you got it. Like, you earned it. I think the second stock, so what I was focused on, oh, you could counterpick stage, by the way. Yeah, go ahead and put that on.
Okay.
So, like, the second stock, what I focused on was, like, a lot of, so you play your character very quickly, like, you're able to convert quickly, but what I noticed is it's still very, like, I'm doing these things, but I'm still trying to do them purely as a reaction, right? So it's like, I want my opponent to commit to something first, and then I'll start going crazy, which is fine. Like, let me preface this by saying there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because, like, this is Ultimate, so a lot of stuff in this game is more of like a bait punish, like we were talking about earlier, which is fine, but you need to make sure that you know what to do if your opponent is aware that you're just trying to bait them the whole time, right? So, like, if you notice, once we got to stock 2, I camped you hard. And, like, what I was doing was, I was just like, okay, I wonder if he's only able to convert after he's pulled me out, like, he's forced me to do something. I took the bait, then now I'm in the air, I'm getting, converted on, right? Can he do something from just, like, stop, like, still neutral, if that makes sense? Like, we're at neutral, I'm not falling for anything. Matter of fact, the only thing I'm really doing is kind of walking away from you, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, once that happened, I felt like you kind of got a little bit lost, because you were like, okay, well, he's not approaching me, and there's no hurt box that I can hit, so what do I do, right? And so, like, I think that's the next step. And, like, I want to see, I'm going to play roughly the same. I'm not going to make too many changes, right? But, like, I want to see, what do you do when your opponent's not giving you those things, right? They're not falling for the baits, and instead what they're doing is they're either playing really slow and patient, or really they're just kind of like putting the 100% of the pressure on you, and you're not really able to react to the things that you were trying to get them to do, right?
loves it. Yeah.
So, okay, so big thing here. Here's the biggest thing I noticed. You're really good with Peach. I really don't think you need to spend, like, you should always lab stuff, but I really don't think you need to spend too much time, like, labbing techniques with Peach.
Yeah.
I think you need to figure out what you need to do when your opponent is not moving the way that you want. And let me give you an example of this, because the guy that I actually do this the most with is Stone, and has been showing a lot, right? Is that he had a certain pace that he could play the game at really well. Really well. But, like, if you were playing either too fast or too slow for him, he couldn't deal with it. And so what I've noticed when I play you is, like, if I don't allow you to get in any kind of rhythm, meaning, like, you've hit me a couple times and all of a sudden you're converting, I don't really see what you're able to do, right? Because, like, I'll either slow the game down real slow. Like, I'm talking about, there was stock, what, 1? That first stock lasted forever because I was like, oh, I'm not going to jump in. I'm just going to wait, right? And, like, the thing is, as Peach, you do have ways to cut off that space, but you were just kind of letting me build that wall, right? And then there's a couple times in the, like, later second and then the last stock where I was just moving fast. I was like, and here's the thing, I wasn't necessarily hitting you, but I was moving around real quick, and I wasn't letting you get close to me. And so I think your thing is going to be able to figure out, 1, how do I play the game at different speeds? And then 2, how do I then control the pace of the game and pull it to a style that benefits me, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, if you can get to the point where you're like, oh, someone speeds it up, doesn't matter, I'm still hitting you. Someone slows it down, doesn't matter, I'm still hitting you. Then all of a sudden they're kind of confused, right?
That's a big point.
And then they'll start playing the game at the pace that you like. And then really what starts happening is you get to do what you like to do, which you told me earlier, which is you get to do a lot of ledge trapping and edge guarding. And they're just stuck on the side of that stage. They can't recover.
Yeah.
But as long as you are kind of uncomfortable playing the game at a speed that is not your preferred speed, then you're going to kind of run into that situation a lot, where it's just like,
where it's like
it's either so slow and you get bled out,
yeah,
or it's too fast and you just get hit a bunch of times, right? So I think that's it, though. But, like, what I'm telling you, man, is, like, between those games in the back and the games here today, like, your control of Peach is very good. And I know there's other stuff that you want to do with her, but I think if you focus on those things right there, I think that's what's going to bring you to the next level. Because you don't need to, like, you will get to the point where, like, say you get into that grand finals versus hockey, right? Then, yeah, those little technical details start to matter, right? But right now, it's like you need that next little bit that's going to take you to the next round of bracket, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it's going to be those things, being able to control the pace of the game and being able to play at different speeds, right? And here's the thing about changing gears is what it's called, right? Is, like, if it also helps throw off your opponent. So, like, if your opponent is used to you playing this very, like, trap style game, but, like, playing it kind of at, like, a medium pace, and you don't really change that up, they'll get used to it, and then they'll start to punish you for it, or they'll start to win off of it, right?
I see.
But, like, the moment they start to adjust, then all of a sudden you're like, boom, I'm going super speed Peach. And I've seen some Peaches, like, there's this guy in California, I think it's Razzo.
Yeah, Razzo, yeah.
That guy plays so fast, it's insane. Like, I don't even understand it. He plays so fast. And then they start to adjust that. Okay, like, especially like a snake like me, right? I'm like, okay, he's playing real fast. I'm just pulling nades, one frame all the time, trying to pop him, and then you slow it down real quick, right? And all of a sudden, like, I'm pulling nades, but then you see the snake just holding a nade, floating down, like, oh, big bet, grab, throw, right?
Exactly.
I think that's the thing for right now, is getting to the point where you can control the pace of the game, you can be comfortable playing at different speeds, and then you can be comfortable changing gears, and then from there, then I think you'll start to see progress. Because honestly, I felt like you were doing a good job of reading me and where I wanted to go.
Yeah.
But, like, I was not letting you get there because I was like, that's fine. I'm gonna just slowly flow down there,
with
right?
Peach, it's like you kind of have to know, at least put them in, like, in a bubble, like, of, like, I know my opponent's gonna be here. Like, but, like, that's what, like, I kind of like Peach too, is, like, because I don't have to do the exact same thing every time.
Right.
Like, I can just throw a turnip. I can just go below them and do an aerial. I can be above them and do an aerial, or I can just sit back and wait and have them react.
Right.
So that's one of the main reasons I wanted to play Peach.
Right.
Like,
and those are great reasons to play Peach, because that's a lot of different ways you can punish an opponent.
Exactly.
The goal now is just to be able to do it at the proper cadence.
They're different paces.
So,
yeah.
But that's good, man. That was really good.
Okay.
Honestly, like, it's cool to play because I had never played you before. Like, I think we played in doubles once, maybe. So that was pretty neat. So I think that was our whole group for right now. So I think another group's going to jump on.
All right.